With physical health, most of the studies that are out there have centered on these three areas. The lowering of blood pressure, so the cardiovascular and circulatory systems, the decreased risk of heart disease, and then the immune system, with specifically looking at prevention of allergies in children and how children have been healthier because they're exposed to animals in their home. So they're less likely to get colds, let's say. So we're looking at immune system, endocrine system, lower blood pressure, which is the circulatory system, and the cardiovascular system. And in all these situations, there's been tremendous benefits. The American Heart Association has done a lot of research around this specifically, and these are quotes directly from them. What they've said is that dog owners were 65% less likely to die after a heart attack than non-dog owners. They show that dog owners generally had a 24% reduced risk of mortality, and that owning a cat makes you more likely to be alive 1 year after a heart attack. And here I have a photo of me and Sam, because for me, this data has really spoken true. Back in 2005, when Sam and I were, at that point, I was a veterinarian. He was in my life. He was an adult dog at that time. And I was pregnant with my first child. And at that time, I was getting one of those ultrasounds that you get for the baby. And the person who was doing the ultrasound said, wait a minute, something doesn't look right in here. And they said, go to a full ultrasonographer. And what I found out is that all my organs are flipped. So they're reversed. So it's situs inversus totalis. But then they also did an echo of my heart at that time. And what we found out is that my right heart, so the right side of my heart, is doing what the left side's supposed to do. And the left side is doing what the right side's supposed to do. So basically my aorta and vena cava are switched. So that's called transposition of the greater arteries. And that all my valves are reversed as well. And that my heart is actually a little bit deformed. This is, I guess, malformed. I don't know. It's a little different. How about that? It's a little different. And so at that time, I went to Stanford, right? Pregnant with my first child, and people are telling me that my heart's a little weird and that all my organs are reversed. And the doctors there said that my life expectancy was 40. Now, I'm older than 40 now. And so let me just tell you, I no longer go to those particular doctors. I now go to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. And what they have attributed not only to myself, but others, is actually this relationship with animals, is the work that I do. And that in itself improves my heart health. So my relationship with Sam at that time was what decreased my cortisol, increased oxytocin, prolactin, that improved my exercise, because now I'm going outside and exercising with him, and gave me a sense of purpose. Right? And I'm sure many of you have similar stories. And I know that there's going to be so many stories that'll be shared throughout.